everyone, and welcome back to Teach Astronomy. My name is Victoria, but you can call me Vicky. But today, you will call me Kai, which is not on the screen right now, because if I put it on the screen right now, I'll show you guys. There's a line through Kyle's face, because we're waiting for Michael, because Michael was in a work meeting, and he's going to be here in just a minute. So we figured we were going to get started and do a little recap and welcome the new people while we wait. So, Grant, would you like to intro what this is for the new people?
Yes, of course. So welcome to our D&D stream. Heavily homebrewed between 3.5 edition, 5th edition, a little bit of Pathfinder, a little bit of Starfinder, and my own madness. This is the story of the Starship Endurance and her away teams, and all of the various terrible things that happen to away teams, aka our red shirts in this story. And essentially, we're on the first mission. We're on the second episode of the first mission. These characters have been awake for maybe 2 hours now after exiting cryosleep, and fun stuff's about to happen. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. So while we wait for Mike, I guess the two of us have done intros. Kyle, you can intro yourself for new people.
Hi, I'm Kyle.
God. Would you like to say who you play as part of the team?
Fine. I am Leaf in the Wind. I'm a elf variation on the human genome and our resident hacker.
Yes. And I am Kai, like I said, Kypris, and I am an heirloom human, which just means I'm a human, like the heirloom tomato variety. And I am, I am a pilot. So I was the one who helped land us on this new planet.
And probably the person who's going to help them get the hell out of Dodge when it comes down to it.
Probably. But yeah, so as far as what happened last week. So last week we were woken out of cryosleep. We're on this ship called the Starship Endurance. And we found out we have been on this ship in cryosleep for, was it 200 years? I believe, just around 200 years. Yeah, yes. Since we departed. We were chosen as the away team after two other teams were sent down to this planet several months before, and all contact had been lost with them. So we were sent down to find out what the hell happened. We are not clearly our organization's first pick for competent teams, which, you know what? That's fair. I get it. We did not do good in our simulation training and stuff like that.
Hey, we did just fine after we made you immortal.
Yeah, and then they yanked us. They brutally yanked us out of the simulation before I could do anything fun with that. But that all happened off screen. So we basically landed on the planet. We did some scans when we were going in and found out there's a lot of heat signatures, some very large ones from like trucks or like a bulldozer type things in different places. I could show you guys the map while we wait. Oh, nope.
Correct. You landed just right in front of the network node and are currently trying to gain access. In fact, I think you successfully gained access, you just haven't gone in yet. Uh-oh. That's interesting, because in the Zoom call, I can hear just fine. Oh.
Can you still not hear me? Testing, because they can hear me on the Zoom call.
Oh no.
A little concerned. Now you can. Okay, that was odd.
That is very odd.
Huh. Okay. Well, basically what I was saying is on that map there are some strange heat signatures, some that look like human, a bunch that look like human-sized things, or being size things, and some that are very large. And we parked outside a building that has one. And I really thought that Michael was going to be here by now. Because that's my recap.
Well, I can go into a little bit more detail because specifically large heat signatures, if you'll remember the map, there were two in the quarry, there was one in the stockpile. So whatever heavy machinery they brought with them is in those places right now. Beside that, there are a total of 8 heat signatures in the outpost compound where you guys currently are at. There's another 8 at the power supply. However, you didn't pick up any others really, besides a couple of trucks here and there. The, special self-driving, let's just say 300 years in the future Tesla trucks that they've got.
Yeah.
So that's specifically what you guys have found. And I don't know if anyone remembers the cliffhanger from last time, but we were hearing a bunch of robot voices talking about intruders and having to exterminate them.
I believe we were about to roll initiative.
Yep.
So
that we were.
Yeah.
Speaking of which.
Again, so while we wait for Michael, and apologies everybody because he was supposed to be here, but he had a work meeting, and you know what? I don't pay him, and he does get paid from his other job. So I guess, I do not have a dog in this fight, as one might say. A ledge to stand on is maybe a less violent version of that. Which die? It's probably going to be Lynn Jersey picking, because I don't know. If anybody else is here, feel free to say hello. I can see that some people are here. If you do not want to chat, that's okay. But this is a time when we can chat and we can answer. But tell me what die I should use. I have one that is black with, it's like gray with speckles. One that is red and black that I used last week. That is actually technically a Magic the Gathering die. I don't play Magic. I don't know how I came by this die. And one that is half blue and half purple.
Ooh. Sorry, that was my literal dice bag just rattling there for a second. I could do about the same, actually. Let me see. This is for the stream to choose which D20 is going to cause these 3 the most trouble. So I will do about the same thing here. Let's see if my manual dexterity is up to it. Roll a dexterity check. Okay, here, ooh, hand. Okay, there we go. I've got 3. I've got this wonderful little gray tone one. I've got the orange one that I got with my first set of D&D stuff. And then I've got this fun metallic multicolor one. So,
Gorgeous.
Stream, which one shall I use to cause them an entire amount of trouble?
Lynn Jersey says blue for me. I'm gonna do it. I'm assuming you mean blue and purple. So we'll do that one. Yes, Squinting Whale. It didn't start off well as an idiom. They said gray for you.
Gray it is? All right, that's the one that I was using against them last time when the Chosen One showed up during our training mission. So the Chosen One might show up again. We'll see.
The Chosen One is just what we call one of the, what was supposed to be just like a grunt, like a guard that we were going to fight, and then rolled a million 20s and just destroyed us. It's fun.
Yeah, no, that one temple guard almost turned out to be a party wipe. It was quite something.
And that was in our practice round too.
Here, while we're still waiting for Michael to show up, let's go ahead and get a prediction going.
Yes, I was going to do that too.
So the prediction, I'm going to say, let's have the prediction be one of you being knocked unconscious during one of these upcoming encounters.
Oh wow, okay.
And
I don't have COVID, I promise. I'm sorry.
And so the stream knows this is not a party that's very heavy on the hit points. They're
specifically.
Yeah, two of them, Kypris and Eris, Vicky and Michael's characters, they're decent.
Okay.
But Leaf here, there's a reason he's called Leaf in the Wind. How many hit points do you have?
Yeah, the name was chosen after the character creation, right?
Yeah, Leaf has a grand total of 5 hit points. It's great.
It's rough.
Yeah, no, actually what happened, fun fact, what happened during the training mission is Leaf got taken out in 1 hit. And I'm not just talking KO'd, I'm talking this is one of the Chosen One's critical hits. The Chosen One did more than twice Leaf's hit points, which in the actual game would actually make me cause Leaf to completely die.
Oh, wow.
So.
Okay, and I've read the word unconscious about 7 times, and I think I've spelled it right. We'll find out. But feel free to make your prediction. You can bet channel points. It's cute. It's fun. Will one of us get knocked unconscious? Are we going to do bad today? Let us know.
Will the dice gods smile upon our party today?
People don't think so. We have one already. That's somebody bet 72 for yes. So fair, you know? We don't have a good track record.
Not to mention, there's a 5% chance every time one of these AI rolls. Alrighty. Well, I have my little initiative tally set up here. Now comes the GMing decision. Do I roll individually for each robot, or do I do one roll for all of them?
How many robot? How many robots?
I can't tell you that.
I know.
Many.
Oh, yay! Yay! Welcome! You're even in the right spot on the Zoom. We can't hear you.
Uh-oh.
Are we on? Are we?
We are live, yes.
Yeah, live?
Yes.
Cool. I apologize for that, everyone. Some fun stuff. I am observing some stuff tonight with a huge telescope. So I just had a work meeting. We had to go over a lot of stuff for that to make sure that we're observing the right stuff and that everything is working. And the short answer is that things might not be working. So it's very important to get everything like set up so that that everything looks good. But yeah, so I do apologize for that. Unfortunately, real science takes precedence over overcoming here. But I am glad I can be here now.
We told them I don't pay you and your job does. So
that's true. That's
you're
definitely
allowed to
true.
stay there. But yeah, everyone, now we have our 4th party member here. Well, I guess 3rd party member. I don't know if the GM counts as a party member, but you know what I mean.
I'm the entity from the Q continuum sent to oversee you. It's fine.
But Michael plays Eris, and oh yeah, and Squinting Whale's wondering what you're observing tonight.
A galaxy, actually 3 different galaxies, if anyone's curious about which ones. Oh, also a blank part of the sky. One of the things that we actually decided at the meeting I just had is that we are going to look at a blank part of the sky and see what our system tells us, like how much stuff is there, because it should be 0. And it might not be 0. And if it's not 0, there's a flaw somewhere in how we look at the data, which would be really important to learn. But I think we're looking at NGC 5566, NGC 40, oh god, a bunch of random NGC numbered galaxies. NGC 4565 maybe, a bunch of stuff. It's cool. Galaxies, though, is the short answer that actually matters.
Nice. All right. Well, we had chat pick what D20s we're all using.
Oh, that's
Except
fun.
Kyle, did you have multiple that they needed to choose from for you?
I have one.
I know Michael only has one.
I mean, I have quite a few. So pick a color, any color.
Somebody pick a random color in chat and see if Kyle has a die of that color.
I even have an original AD&D die, D20.
Oh.
The OG.
Orange.
Lynn Jersey says red.
I mean, you are a red
like
shirt,
light
so.
red or dark red?
Oh, wow. There's variety. We'll see what she says. Okay. I totally forgot to get my character sheet up, but now I have it up, so we're good.
Oh, crap. That's also a thing I have to do.
Oh.
I have truly so many tabs open right now with so many assorted work things. I've been doing a bunch of work, but now it's the weekend, so we get to have fun.
Yeah.
Sort of, until I have to work again in like 11 hours.
It's fine. It's totally fine. Okay. So Linger said dark red. Looks like Kyle got his dark red dye. Sick. Also, there's a prediction going on to see if if people think we're gonna get knocked on our asses tonight.
Oh, for sure. We're so screwed.
Yeah. But Grant, I will let you take control.
Alrighty, so where we left off, hopefully I've got the right filter going on. Where we left off, Eris and Leaf were in the process of opening up the blast doors to the network node, and Kai was kind of keeping watch. And this was when all of a sudden everyone started hearing, "Alert! Alert! Potentially hostile intruders detected. Eliminate. Protocol engaged." And there's just a bunch of voices chanting that all at once. And yes, all chanting all at once. It's a little creepy, actually. And as you all turn around to look, you see about half a dozen robots just filtering out of the buildings around you and starting to move toward you. I will say if they moved quickly, they're about a turn away from you.
Okay.
Yes. So
for anyone who hasn't played D&D before, a turn of like all of us doing an action in combat is approximately supposed to be like 6 seconds of in-game time. So just
They're 6 seconds away. That's so close.
yeah, they're very close, Michael. So yeah, I didn't realize that was going to be a newsflash for you as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a news flash for me. I haven't played D&D really before.
That's fair. Oh, so
Okay.
So should we all roll initiative?
yes,
Okay.
roll your initiative, please.
Here we
I already
go.
know what the bots have gotten.
Hell yeah. Wait, what do we add for this?
You just
It's going to be plus your initiative modifier. It's going to be on that front page.
That tracks. Okay.
Okay, 16.
16 for Eris.
Find that 6.
6 for Leaf.
22.
And 22 for Kai. Alrighty.
Ready.
Okay. Well, that being said, Kai, you get to go first. What are you going to do here?
Oh yeah. Okay. So what? Clarification of how many robots were there again?
There are 7.
Oh Jesus Christ. Okay. And they're all just kind of like clumped.
Yeah, clumped together. They're coming. Let me go ahead and draw you a visual picture,
This is
or
good.
a picture with words here. So you've got the network node down at the bottom bottom right hand side of the outpost. There's a wall behind that, and then there's the track going up, essentially through the middle of the outpost compound.
I'm gonna put
Your
the
shuttle
map
is
on.
parked on that track. On the other side of the track, on the left-hand side of the outpost, is a essentially crew facility where there's living quarters, a cafeteria, that sort of place, recreation center, and then you've got the comms array in the upper right corner of the facility. You can see these robots mostly in that path, that gravel road, and coming from the crew facility. So they're kind of just filtering out there, walking toward you right now.
Gotcha.
That being said, just a couple of other tactical things that your characters would know. You can easily get back into the shuttle if you need to. You can also easily get inside the network node and probably close the door from the inside. Accessing it from the outside is non-trivial. Closing it from the inside, that's easy.
Quick question about D&D. If we were to say run inside, could we do something else on our turn as well? Or would our entire turn be
Yes.
we're running inside?
So the way a D&D combat turn works, or at least the way that I typically run it, you have a move action, and then you have 2 standard actions. Now your move action is it covers something. It covers something like moving. It covers something like moving, or something that's really intensive that you can't do and move at the same time. For example, reloading, say, a missile launcher is a move action because you have to kneel down, grab the missile, shove it into the
Not
tube
the way I
again.
do it.
Okay. So that's a move action. It covers a lot of stuff, and it's the most time-consuming thing you can do. A standard action is something like shooting or making a skill check. Those are things that you can do while moving, potentially, or after you move, something along those lines. There's also another kind of action. It's called a free action. Free action is talking. Talking is a free action. You can do it at any point during your turn. It means your characters can talk just about any time and, yell for help whenever they need to. There are also some abilities, some psionic abilities, some class abilities that are free actions because they represent that you just automatically react to it.
Okay. I did not expect that I would be going first.
Mhm.
Because that means I have to make a pretty important decision of how we're going to engage with these things. So I think what Kai's gonna do is the door's open on the network thing, right?
Yes,
Okay.
it's open enough where one of you can fit through.
It is, I believe,
At a
still
time or
opening.
ever?
What was that?
At a time, right? Not like it's like
Correct.
a little closet and one of us can
Correct.
fit
It's
inside the
it's gonna be more open next turn.
closet. Okay.
It's a blast door. It's heavy. It's gonna take a little while.
Yeah. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is whatever robot is closest, I'm going to. I'm not gonna shoot them, Michael. It's fine. I
Good.
am going to stun them. I will shoot them. I am going to shoot them, but I'm gonna stun them, so it's not gonna kill them. And then, as I like, because like moving is a free action, so I'm gonna like do that and like retreat into and just be like, I think we should go inside.
Okay.
I
Go
don't know
ahead
what that
and
means, or not.
go for it. Go ahead and roll your attack roll, please. First attack roll of the game, by the way.
Ooh, 18.
18. That's definitely a hit.
Hell
These
yeah.
things are not nimble or terribly advanced.
Cool.
Go ahead and you're using the laser pistol, right?
Hell yeah, I am.
Okay.
Cause it's got a stun module.
Oh, they did not save.
Oh, they can. Oh,
They have to save versus the stun effect, and it goes the same for the arc as well.
as in, I might kill them if I use the stun, or like. Oh, I thought it was like set phasers to stun, and then Eris won't get mad at me.
It's got a stun module, which means the laser beam packs a little bit of an extra special effect on it,
Oh.
but it's still being carried by a red hot burning melting laser beam.
Okay. It's fine.
And you're
so-
also going to roll an extra 1d6 of shock damage on top of that.
Okay, so it's 2d8 and 1d6.
Yes, please.
I can roll all of that at the same time. Hell yeah. All right. For the 2d8s, it's 7, and then the extra damage is 3. Did I kill it?
The robot locks up and just falls face first into the dirt.
Okay, I shoot it, and I start going inside, and I'm like, we should go inside, and then I see that I killed it, and I'm like, I didn't mean to. Eris, don't get mad.
As it's lying there just smoking in the ground, with little curls of electricity zapping along the back of it. The other robots close the distance. They will be able to tackle you if you don't get out of the way.
Me?
They will be able to, all of you. They will be
Okay.
able to get at all of you.
Okay. Also, squinting well, thank you. Jamie Summers. Yeah, it definitely was an act of aggression. That might have not have been the best idea, but you know, that's what Kai does. He's new at this. Who's next?
Oh, I better mark off one of these.
believe
with a
I
big
am.
X. There we go.
What'd you say?
Yes, Eris. I said I'd better mark off one of these robots with a big X,
Oh.
otherwise I'm going to keep thinking I've got 7 to play with. Yes, Eris, it is your turn.
This is why we brought grenades, and I chuck a grenade at them.
An EMP,
An EMP
grenade.
Yes,
Okay,
very
I was gonna say, how's
Okay.
a
EMP grenade.
better?
But am I also able to like dive into the place so this doesn't affect me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm
So,
also going to
tech-
dive into the network node.
Cool. So you dive, I'm going to say you do it in this order. You dive into the network node, and as you're about to get through the door, you just chuck this grenade. I'm going to make you roll an attack roll. And fun fact for everyone who doesn't know D&D, especially modern D&D, where grenades are a thing, technically when you're making an attack roll, you're attacking an area. So it's not a difficult attack roll. So it's, in this case, it's going to be D20 plus your dexterity plus your attack modifier.
Okay,
Oh no.
Is that a 1?
that's a 1.
Damn,
But
we
I have a
should've
lot
made-
of dexterity and a lot of dexterity and a lot of attack. Okay,
So,
It doesn't matter.
it doesn't.
I'm
But
gonna
it
have
goes
all
up to 7.
all 3 of you
Quit.
make reflex saves, please.
All 3 of us. Michael.
You've got electronic equipment on you.
No! Wait, reflex save?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
15.
It's not gonna save, I'll tell you that much.
And
Oh, wait, is that just a deck save?
Yeah, you should have a reflex save on there.
Yeah.
It's going to be dex plus
oh,
whatever your
oh.
modifier is.
I'll see it. Wow, that's very
So
high,
sorry.
actually. 10. I mean, it's.
15
I'm not
and 10.
saying it's a
10,
high
10,
roll,
15.
but I started with a 3, so.
Okay, so it's a 10 and a 10 and
15.
15. Okay, well, Eris, you're doing just fine. You get out of the way of this thing as you more or less pick it out of your pocket and then drop it onto the ground at your feet. So somehow, miraculously, you just flip out of the way, deeper into the network node. Meanwhile, let me take a look at
isn't
your...
Kai already inside the network node?
I am.
Yes, but she's
I'm near
within the blast
door.
radius.
Yeah.
So
Jesus.
this is me being a scatterbrained GM and not actually having your stats up.
Do you need my stats? I can give them to you.
It's not just your stats I'm looking at. I'm getting to your inventories, seeing what kind of technology you've got. So
I may or may
Michael's
not
fine.
have 10 charge packs. I don't know if that's important.
oh, it could be.
And a laser
All right.
pistol
It's like it's
and
important.
an arc pistol. I have a survival knife. That's not technology, I would argue.
Kyle, how do you not have anything electronic on you?
Because Leaf has some backstory.
Okay, I'm going to say some of the electricity arcing from this EMP charge hits one of the robot repair patches and makes it unusable. So you no longer have the 5, you've got 4 now.
Do I know which one it is?
It'll be pretty obvious. It looks burnt and dead.
Okay.
Now, Kai,
No, okay.
see here. Oh,
That makes
you've got
sense.
so many fun things for me to play with.
No.
So you know that nice brand new arc pistol you got?
Oh no.
You hear a hissing sound and you just smell electrical smoke.
Okay.
And when you look down, you see it's producing a black cloud of acrid smoke.
Oh, it's very
It's-
sad.
You could probably repair it, but you can't use it right now.
That's fair.
Alrighty.
This is why we brought grenades.
So, Leaf, it's your turn.
I'm
I
going
love the
to-
chat right now too.
I'm gonna dive inside the network node
Good
Okay.
call.
It's a good choice.
first. And you said we get 2 standard actions?
Well, no, that's not. That's movement is a.
That was what you said. Is that what you meant?
Yes, because I said it this time. Yes, yes. Now I'm going to double check it because I'm doubting myself. Okay. Anyway,
Yeah. Then first, I'd like to look around and see
That's
what's
smart.
like. Just take a look around and see what is actually in here with us, because there was a heat signature,
I love that we all just threw ourselves into. I suppose I could have just walked back onto
and
the
I'd
ship.
very much like to know what that
Mhm.
heat signature was.
okay.
I hope I locked the door. The ship.
Oh, don't worry. They're not going to get in the ship. They're more interested in other things right now.
That's fair.
So inside the network node, you see row after row of servers. In the back, you can just barely make out a control room with humanoid usable terminals. Before you can go much further, however, you do find the limp form of one of your missing crew members.
Cool.
They appear human, and they're wearing a red uniform of the away team program. Their short blue hair seems to have a green coagulated substance in it that originates near the top of their skull.
Oh no.
They are lying face down, so you can't tell much more than that.
Great. And now I'd like to hit the door close button, please.
You hit the door close button, and it starts closing. However, in this turn, it opened a little bit more, so it's going to take another turn for it to close.
That's fair.
Yes, Michael.
I dropped an EMP grenade, and you mentioned that everyone was really close to us, but it didn't hurt them at all? Did nothing?
They were just outside the range. just.
That's what happens when you roll a 1.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right.
It's a critical fail.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I'll be perfectly honest, for the record, that was tame by my standards. So
Grant just wanted to kill
Be
us
ready.
right away.
they will progressively get more intricate as we continue. So next round, Kai, you are up.
Okay. The door is still partially open.
The door is partially open. This turn, a couple of them could probably slip through.
Yeah, okay. Whichever I might be like, I'm sorry, Eris. We gotta deal with this. And I'm just gonna shoot whichever one is closest. I'm not. Well, the stun thing, it's not what I thought it was. It actually does more damage, so we'll keep that on, I guess.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for me, please.
What do I add? Okay.
You should have an attack modifier for
Right.
that pistol.
It's been a minute. Oh, 17.
17. That is another hit. Go ahead and roll your damage, please.
Hell yeah. So same as before, right? 2d8 and a d6.
Yes, please.
Hell yeah. So that's 10 with the d8s and 3 with the extra d6.
Okay, well, you blast a hole right through this thing's chest, or where its chest would be if it was human, and then it too falls face forward into the dirt, and just there's black smoke and everything just coming out of it.
Yeah.
So you murk that one pretty nicely.
Cool.
However, for the record, it did save against the stun, so if it does get repaired, it's not going to be stunned.
That's good.
Yeah. Now the robots are going to take their turn, and 2 of them actually, one manages to push its way through the door, another one gets in after it, and then the third is trying to get in. However, it gets crushed by the door,
Ooh.
and the door, it's just sandwiched robot in between the halves of blast door at this point. Now
How large did you say they were?
they're humanoid size.
Okay.
It's a blast door. It's heavy.
Well, no,
It's-
I was just I was in my head. I kept thinking of them as being smaller than humans.
Oh, there are smaller ones. Don't worry. Okay. The looks I'm getting. This is great. Okay. So the first robot that came in is it's gonna go. Oh, I'm thinking of where everybody is. Leaf's by the door controls. It's Leaf. It's coming after you, and it rolls a 16. Does that hit?
Unfortunately,
It does.
so unfortunately, Leaf kind of forgot to use his powers to make himself a bit harder to hit before the fighting started.
Oh,
so
no.
yeah, that
Oh.
really hits.
Oh no.
So Leaf forgot he was psionic for a minute here. And that does 3 points of damage.
That's like more than half.
Ow.
Oh no.
Let's see.
Whoever voted on one of us possibly getting knocked out, it's looking pretty good.
Jamie Summers says, "Leave Kyle alone." Okay, and the second one is going to go for the person who shot its friend and swipes at Kai.
Yeah.
And misses completely.
Hell yeah, would it get 1?
No, not quite. If that had happened, it would be hilarious. No, it just misses. I'm gonna say, Kai, you just duck out of the way as this thing lunges for you. Which means next up, Eris, it's your turn. Oh, it should be mentioned, you also hear the sound of robots clawing at the door.
Yeah. Eris is having a seems like a
I'm gonna. Can I look around and see if I can see any, like, where is there to go, sort of? Because there's the crew member, but can I look around to see sort of how?
Sure, it's essentially just a big room filled with servers and electronics equipment. cables, wiring, that sort of thing. There is a small room in the back that seems to be designed for humans to operate everything. Presumably it's got computers and a couple of desks and stuff like that.
Okay. I guess I'll shoot one of them with my revolver.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, I'll shoot the one closest to me.
Go ahead, make that attack roll. And just to be sure, this is the only thing with playing Theater of the Mind. Who are you closest to? Are you closest to Kai or are you closest to Leaf?
I'm closest to Kai because I didn't try and close the door.
Okay. You're technically firing into melee combat, so you are going to suffer a -4 penalty for that. So go ahead and incorporate that into your attack roll.
Okay, so my attack roll is just a d20 plus base attack, but I'm also shooting a specific.
Yeah, it's going to be whatever the attack bonus is for that weapon.
Okay, got it. So 25 minus 4, so 21.
That's definitely hit. Go ahead and roll your damage, please.
Okay, 2d4. 4.
Okay, you hit this thing pretty good. A little bit of it is absorbed into the armor, but you notice it's not moving quite as efficiently as it was. All right, next up, Leaf. You just got punched in the sternum by this thing. Hard. What are you going to do?
Yeah, so let's see. I think that Leaf is going to use force screen and inertial armor.
Okay, that's going to take up
both actions.
Okay.
Does booking it invoke attacks of opportunity here?
Yes, because you would be disengaging from melee combat.
Leaf's gonna just do force screen, and then disengage, which I assume is an action we can do in this version of things.
Correct.
And then book it for the control room.
Okay, so force screen, for anyone who's not aware, is a power that Leaf has as a psionic adept. It essentially creates just a shield in front of him that he can direct however he wants, I believe, if my understanding is correct. So you disengage and you book it. You pretty much make it to the door of the control room, but not through it. That's a bit farther.
Cool. And I'm gonna keep the force screen between me and what's going on.
A wise choice. A very wise choice. Kai, it is your turn.
Okay.
I forgot there's another roll I need to make.
Oh.
Okay.
What was that?
Terrifying.
You'll find out. Don't worry.
Okay. I think Kai. So Kai sees Leaf running to this other room, and knowing that he just got fucking decked. She's gonna kind of orient herself, or she's gonna also go that way, and basically she has no idea what his plan is, but position herself between the robots and that control room, so if he needs to do something in there, he can do it, and then also take a shot at whoever's there.
Okay, well, you didn't disengage.
I don't know what that means, Grant.
It means when you're in melee combat, you use an action to get out of it without being swiped at.
Okay, well then swipe at me.
Okay.
Is that from 3.5? Because I play 5.
No, that's the thing in 5.
Is it?
I think it's a thing in 5 too.
Well,
yeah.
me and my friends do not follow the rules very well.
So it rolled a 20.
Oh,
Non-natural.
shit.
Non-natural.
Not natural. Okay.
But it is a 20, so does that hit your armor class?
I mean, yeah, my dude. It's not that high.
It does 3 points of damage.
Okay, that's not bad.
For you, maybe.
Yeah, I know. That's, yes, for me specifically. That's why I'm putting myself between you and the robots.
Okay, so it swipes at you. You get in position, and I guess which one do you want to shoot at? The one that's next to the controls of the door, or the one that was attacking you?
There's only 2 left, right?
Correct.
I'll do the one that's at full health. I think that's the one by the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make an. Actually, that's not the one by the door because it was.
Are the doors closed?
Yeah, I crushed the.
Yes, the doors are now currently closed.
Shoot them
I'm
with the
losing
controls.
the plot here. Hang on. Eris, which one did you shoot at? Did you shoot at the one
next
that
to
was
Kai.
The one next to me.
one next to Kai? Okay,
You're good.
brains leaking out of ears,
It's a lot of
etc.
robots.
Yes, soon to be fewer. Okay, go ahead and make that attack roll for me.
Okay. That is a 13 plus 6. Wow, that's such a good attack bonus I have.
That's definitely a hit. Go ahead and roll your damage for me. I'll roll a save, even though it might not be necessary.
Yeah, I'm still doing that thing. Yeah. 5 plus 5.
You zap it good.
Oh, I'm crushing this. Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, that's another robot down.
Nice.
Okay, which means the one that was attacking you moves over to the door controls and hits the open button, and they start opening again.
Okay, well, I tried.
You guys aren't high enough level to have multiple attacks, so it's just how it would be.
That's fair.
That being said, at the beginning of next turn, the door will be opened just enough where one could slip in. For the time being, though, you are safe. If you can hit the button again this turn, nothing's going to get in.
To Eris now?
Yeah, how
Yes.
like an actual distance relative to, say, I don't know, just throwing this out here, an EMP grenade. How open is the door right now?
Don't do it.
Not again. Not again. Not again.
I can tell you this will be a much harder attack roll because you're having to thread the needle.
I just imagine
You
Eris
could do
going
it.
for
Also,
another
we
one.
really
Like,
need the electronics in this room to work.
Yeah.
True, that's another good point. You
You
need
should-
the electronics to work.
Kyle, you
We're
should-
in a room full of computers. Please, no EMPs.
This is all said in character voice, I assume.
Just you
Eris,
guys
no.
shouting
We're
all
in a
over the
room
place.
full of computers. Please, no EMPs.
Question about turns and stuff. Getting a real education about D&D. Can I move to hit the button and also shoot at this other one on this turn?
Yes.
Okay.
However, moving to hit the button, you're going to be moving into a space that this thing is threatening. It is at the button.
Can I
It will
shoot
get it.
first?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to shoot with my revolver again and then move to hit the button.
All right. Make that attack roll for me.
It's a roll.
Okay. Do
Big
15.
is this room?
That's a hit.
Okay.
How big is the room? It's great. Trying to think of a decent size comparison.
In meters.
In meters, I'd say 20 by 20, roughly.
It's a
Oh, big
room.
building. Okay.
Actually, hang on. No, hold on. I'm still adapting to meters here.
Meters is like
Roughly
Yeah,
12 meter is like
12
a yard.
yards.
Yeah, 12 by 12.
Okay.
That's a little bit more sane.
That's not that big. I rolled a 4.
A 4? Actually, that's just enough. You hit this somewhere important. You're not entirely sure where, but it just collapses to the floor and stops moving.
hell yeah.
Cool. And then I move and hit the button.
All right. The door closes on the previously crushed robot, crushing it even more.
Leaf, for the love of God, do not touch this button again. Ever. Just ever. Leave it closed.
It's okay. That's not the button I'm planning on hitting.
Great.
Leaf, touch all the buttons. It should be mentioned now that the door's closed. I'm trying to decide. I'm not going to let you out of initiative because technically these things are still trying to get at you.
Okay.
And in addition, you think you hear something bigger moving outside.
Sick. That's super fun.
And in fact, the banging on the door ceases.
Kai says this in character voice because my character voice is not as discernible as some. Sick. That's great. Love that. Okay. Cool. Leaf, what you up to?
Trying to get this thing back online.
All right, well, I'm going to say you can move inside the control booth now. And The network node seems to be functioning. It's not sending out any particular orders right now. All it's doing is relaying communication to the robots in the local area. It doesn't seem to be in communication with anything beyond the outpost, though. Something seems to be hampering that ability.
While
Great.
Really quick, while Leaf is doing that, I think Kai's gonna go over to the other crew member that's passed out and just check vitals. We can go back to that later. I don't know if there are vitals to check.
Careful with the touching, because there's an unknown substance.
I'm not gonna touch the green goo. Gonna like see if they're breathing.
Hey, with how many simulations we've died in, I'm not taking any chances.
That's fair. Okay, I get it.
We survived longer than we did last time.
Yeah.
That's true. This is the longest we've survived, so you know.
Anyway, yes, I'm gonna. I go do that.
Okay, we will get to that on your turn. All right, so yeah, what are you gonna do, Kyle?
I assume that this is just a normal computer terminal, like all the other ones we deal with, because it's from our.
Yeah, you're fairly familiar with the interfaces. It's nothing proprietary. It's nothing weird or exotic.
Well, yeah, because it comes from our people.
Yeah, yeah. It's a standard automation system. You know how to operate these.
Yeah, I'm gonna input a command to broadcast on repeat that just says halt.
Okay. I will have you roll a computer use check. It's not going to be that bad of one, but there's still a chance of failure. Because it could be a matter of
forgets everything that he knows about computers.
Gotta use the die that I promised.
Yes.
Do it.
Oh no.
I don't know if you can see this, but it's a nat 20.
Ooh.
I'm going to say this. You
Plus
don't
a lot.
You don't type halt. You type shut down. And then hit enter.
Oh, he's helping you.
The computers process for a second, and then you all become aware that there is no more sound outside. It just got deathly quiet all of a sudden. And on the computer's register, you are detecting, all of these machines are not working anymore. They are currently in a standby mode. Congratulations, you can drop out of initiative order now.
And just to reiterate, I set that to broadcast on repeat, so if anything else comes in range, it will get the same command.
Okay. And by the way, you do notice the other thing that was in range is one of these automated trucks. It was coming to visit you guys.
Oh. Interesting.
So,
Mater from Cars.
Is this guy alive?
I don't know.
Kai, you take a look at the away team member, and what are you going to do? Are you just going to roll them over and check their vitals?
I'm going to roll them over very carefully and not touch the green substance because I don't want to look like an idiot after I said, of course I'm not going to touch the green substance.
Go ahead and roll a spot check for me.
Okay, that's fair. Where'd my die go? Okay. 12 plus my spot is how line.
I'll say a 12
13.
is more than enough.
Okay, it's 13. Yeah.
So when you roll them over, you can tell the crew member is a biodroid by the tiny QR code just below their left eye. They're a newer model, so the green substance you realize is a synthetic biofluid, their equivalent of blood.
Oh.
They must be an advanced model. The name patch on their chest reads Selka. They appear to be modeled after a human woman, but you seem to remember that that's not how they act in public at all. They go by they them. They don't respond to you as you move them.
Okay.
However, well, let's see here. If you want, you can try running repair checks, see if you can find out anything about whether their functions are still running.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna check and see if they're even whatever the equivalent of being alive is for a biodroid. You know, still.
What I will
alive.
What I will say
yeah.
is, she's. You'll know enough for me to just give this one to you for free. Biodroids with biofluid pumping through them, that's a step beyond, I think, Eris. Eris is close to that. Eris has coolant, I'm willing to bet, running through him. but not an actual biofluid that helps regulate other functions.
Gotcha.
So this one's a lot newer.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll repair for me, please.
Okay.
And while Vicky's tallying up that result, what are the other two of you going to be doing?
Also rolling a repair check to try and also do the
You don't have to.
Do the same thing?
same thing. Yeah.
You don't
Okay.
have to. I'm a gear ahead. I got a 23.
Nice.
Yeah, mine was not that.
I am
Okay.
good with tools.
All right,
Mine
well,
was a
before we get to
9.
that, what is Leaf up to?
First, what else can I do from this console that I'm already sitting at?
You can review the logs and see if any of the robots have gone offline before this thing lost contact with them. You could also probably go through the logs and determine maybe where some went.
Do I have any control over the systems for the other buildings?
You could probably gain access to it. I mean, this is where all of that stuff is routed through. The one thing you can't do though is reach to anything beyond the outpost. There's a clear limiter to what your systems can do right now.
But I assume the other buildings here, at very least the power building, is actually physically wired in, right?
Yes. I'm going to say you could probably connect to that.
Then, yeah, so the first thing I'm going to do is remotely close the doors on all of the other buildings I can connect to.
Okay. I'm going to say while you're doing that, we will switch back to Kai. So Kai, you got a 23.
Sure do.
Here's what you've got. So you can tell that they are alive. Or at least they are minimally functioning. They're essentially in an unconscious state. However, with the 18 that you rolled, or 18 or greater, you're actually able to partially revive them.
Cool. Okay.
So
I do some sort of CPR. Say,
kind
"Get
of.
up!"
You know where some subdermal switches are on their arm or something like that, and you flip them and emergency power engages or something like that.
Cool.
So their eyes flutter open. Their eyes flutter, then snap open. Their simulated irises are a deep violet, and behind them you can see dancing lights as display systems either misfire or reboot. They glance at each of you, who are visible, so essentially Kai and Eris, taking in your faces, your uniforms, and when they speak, their voice is distorted. Do I have that ready to go? Yes, I do, sort of, ish, kind of. Yes. And they say, in interference, construction systems malfunctioned. Transmit shutdown code. Enough to cover outpost.
On it!
Okay. So beyond that, you could probably get a few more answers out of them. So are you going to ask them anything?
Yeah, probably. I think I'm gonna say, we handled it. You're not in any danger anymore. Don't worry. We're part of, I don't know what away team we're actually called.
We don't know what...
You don't have a designation.
Okay, cool. We're part of a away team. We're here to make sure everybody's okay. I mean, as okay as we can make sure you guys are. What happened? Are you... And I think, Kai is also gonna turn around and be like, oh, Eris is close by, right? Yeah. Eris, do you have one of those little like stim pack kind of things that you guys use? Biodroid stim pack is what I'm saying.
Repair patch!
Thank you.
I do.
I know you do.
do. I
You have
brought
many.
2
Because it
class
seemed-
4 robot repair patches.
Because it seems like they need it.
Here, let's see it. Let's see what I can do.
But yeah, I'm gonna ask.
Can I use one of these?
Yeah, just slap it on them and it'll be fine. And they're class 4, so they're the good ones. Let me...
You also have several of the class
I have
ones.
mini class 1s. This seems like a time to use one of my class 4s.
Well, for the roll, that was 19 plus 4, 23. You restore 23 hit points to this poor biodroid. And there's a moment where the flashing in their eyes speeds up and then just goes away, and they seem a lot more steady. And in fact, when they start speaking again, their voice, there's nothing seemingly wrong with it.
Yay. What's their
So-
name again?
Selka,
Selfie.
Salka.
not Selfie. I should have done that though.
You say not Sylvie? That's what I kept thinking. Anyway.
So yes, Selka says, I really don't know. The there was a sudden burst of interference, and then all of the bots just went crazy. Or all I did was get in here and try to hit the reset button, but they got me, and I barely made it inside the door, as you can see. Have you seen any of my away team? Anyone else?
We saw some heat signatures that weren't moving like you. We just landed here. We thought we might try coming here first because, network node and all, we can't communicate with anything else. If we could maybe get
How
that
long
back
has
online.
it been?
Yeah. What day was it when you I don't know if it's days, Grant, or if it's been like hours. I have no idea when these people went offline.
Understandable. Her eyes light up again with that heads up display sort of thing, and then I'm going to do this constantly. Okay. And then they focus back in on you and say, my internal chronometer tells me it has been approximately 76 hours since the initial event.
Oh. Okay. Kai is worried because 76 hours seems like a long time for... I mean, I'm glad that we got the biodroid back online. There are definitely some, non-mechanical members of Endurance down here, too. But I feel like that's a longer amount of time for them. Whew, okay. Cool. I think Kai is also gonna unless somebody else wants to ask a question. Eris.
I asked, how long has it been?
That's true. I was just gonna... oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Leaf.
I'm busy doing a thing.
Okay.
Leaf's like, I'm too busy to talk.
I'm going to say, while this conversation has been happening, Leaf, you were looking up logs, correct?
First I was overriding all the doors to make sure that
Right.
all of them are closed so that anybody who is still in a safe position is now not, exposed. And if anything shows up that doesn't get shut down by our stuff, it's
Okay.
not able to get into our power node.
Okay. You receive positive responses from every door in the facility except for the main doors at the power plant. And you're also detecting a damage indicator on a blast door leading to the workshop at the power plant. However, it is reading as closed.
Interesting.
Cool. Can I send a close signal blindly anyway?
This is in response. This is a response
Okay.
packet to
Great.
what you sent.
Yeah, then I will also, having done that, I will I'd like to read the logs.
Okay. So you access the logs, and you see a lot of the same going back for the last 3 days or so. A lot of perimeter security alerts and stuff like that. Mostly tagging small animals, which is a little frightening. But when you get to 3 days out, it's just a mess. It goes from regular operations to all of a sudden just a overwhelming amount of data being received by this system.
Oh.
And then a whole bunch of information being sent out to the various machines, and then the machines started moving and initiating self-defense protocols. You can recognize that before contact was lost with them, the heavy machinery over in the quarry responded the same way. It's had its self-defense protocols activated as well. And there are multiple instances during the first couple of hours of this whole thing where self-defense protocols were engaged against IFF IFF signatures that you can equate to other members of the away team.
Cool. Does the log show where those events happened?
I'm gonna have you roll a computer use check because you're starting to notice that some of this stuff is getting scrambled.
17 plus 8, so 25.
Okay, that's good enough. You think it's an encryption of some kind, and you start running some algorithms to sort it out. You can tell that there were 2 major events early on. Actually, no, 3 major events. I'm losing count. One was at the network node and the outpost itself. Note taking. Let's do this. So one was at the outpost. The other was at the ford in the river leading toward the power station. And then the third was at the power station itself. And that one seems to have involved the most automated systems.
Also, for the record, I realize I tried to correct Kyle, saying that it was actually 24. I can count, I promise. Anyway. I'm assuming Leaf communicates this real quick to us.
Yeah, Leaf's talking out loud, thinking out loud as he processes this data.
Cool.
Hacker scene.
Yeah. the 2 people playing the keyboard at the same time. I don't know what that's from, but it's funny.
It's from every show ever, essentially.
Yeah.
I think Kai's going to ask, turn back to Selka and ask, I know you said the robots, like, just somehow, like, all the systems went haywire and everything. Is there anything else on this planet, or was there anything going on with your team?
Not that I remember. I mean, I detected personally some interference in finer functions such as higher mathematics and physics calculations, but for my neural net, I didn't notice anything particularly out of place. Everyone else is biological. As far as I'm aware, everyone was okay. It was just a normal day. I think the only thing that was strange was we just created a new we got into a new level in the quarry. We just dug sorry, I seem to be having grammatical error issues. We just dug a little bit deeper. Our machines had found a new unidentified ore that they were starting to pull up, and then all hell broke loose.
Kai very quietly is going to whisper, "Oh, ghost door." It's ghost door. No, it's not. But
where do you think your crewmates might be if they're still alive? Where do you think they might be?
I mean, it's anyone's guess. I lost contact with them more or less as soon as this happened. I know that. One moment. Your GM is looking things up. Oh, for heaven's sake, where did I actually put the list of people? There they are.
That NCIS scene is one of the worst.
Yeah,
oh, God.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
Move over.
Mm-hmm.
It's in a much older movie, too. I don't remember which one, but it's one of, like, the classic hacker movies.
And slight digression. As a cybersecurity person, hacking does not go that quickly. It does not.
Well, or it goes much faster.
Or it goes much faster.
It's either click, done.
It's either click and done, or, well, 3 weeks later. Still working on it. Okay.
Game Dr. 04 is here. It's mostly automated. Yay. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate it.
Leaf, you got to automate some of those processes now. Okay.
You hit elite mode when you get 102 people around a keyboard, one person per key.
Yes, that would
I
be
love it.
amazing. That would be amazing and slightly frightening.
Uh,
Anyway, to answer the question and get back into the game, Salka says, last people I was in contact with were Perseus Ramsey, the leader of Delta Team, and my scout, Chris. They were out on patrol, and I tried to warn them and got cut off halfway through.
They're both Delta, you said.
Chris is part of my squad. I never introduced myself. I'm leader of Beta Squad.
Oh. Sick.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm sorry. We never met during the training. I heard of some spectacular successes from you guys. She also looks a little evasive and says, and some not so much, but still.
You happen to know our designation.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we don't either. I don't know why.
Clarifying question for the GM. Do we have one but not know it, or do we know that we don't have one?
You know that you don't have one. You have not been assigned a team classification yet.
Because that's something I assume we would actually know.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
We don't rate one of those yet.
Yeah. I think Kai's gonna be like, it's lovely to make your acquaintance. Sorry, it's under such bad circumstances.
Well, I mean, away team life. What can you expect, right?
And Kai's just gonna be like, Richard, you know. Okay. What are we gonna do?
Just clarifying question for you, really quick, about something you said before.
Mm-hmm.
So you said that in the logs, a huge amount of instructions and data came into the networking node and then was relayed out to everything.
Mm-hmm.
Great. And then everything went haywire.
Yes.
So yeah, Leaf is going to disable the remote input on the terminal so that it can't receive data from external systems, like control, you know.
Okay.
Lock out any wireless control of this system.
Okay, I'm gonna say that's fairly easy to do. It's like going into an option and putting 0
Airplane
instead
mode.
of 1. Yeah. Yeah, you turn on airplane mode for the entire outpost.
I mean, it sounds like you said the system said the power station is having issues with the door.
Yeah, we should probably figure out what's up with that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Also,
there
should
were.
maybe-
Selka kind of just jumps in here. We normally have a couple team members at the power station at all times. I think it was Aza and Sam who were there, our engineer and one of our security experts. I don't know why he was there. He just liked tinkering with stuff and almost blowing it up. But I'm pretty sure they were both at the power station when this happened.
Okay.
We should go try and find them. We should
Yeah.
try and see if anyone else is left alive.
Selka, are you okay here?
I think I'd feel a lot better in your shuttle if that's
yeah,
okay.
actually, yeah, that's such a better idea. Yeah, please take the shuttle. She throws the keys. Please take the shuttle.
Which is going to
Just
do
hang out there.
absolutely nothing with all the computers disabled.
Oh no, I know, but
Well-
like at least she can close the door.
She can get in.
At least they can close the doors.
Mm-hmm.
And like be in a better location than the place that the robots have been able to get into in the past. So
Okay, so Selka takes shelter inside of the ship.
I'll be like, there's snacks in the back if you want them.
She's probably just gonna go find a place to lay down and nurse whatever headache that biodroids end up getting. So that's what they're gonna go do. Are you gonna do anything else in the outpost, or are you gonna just move on?
Just move on.
There's other buildings in the outpost, but I
What
don't want
else
to
is in the
split the
outpost?
party.
This
You guys
is
want to see the
musician.
map? You guys can't
Yes,
see the
Yes,
map.
we definitely want to see.
I can't show you guys the map
Yeah, but you
unless
can
you're
if
on
you show it on.
stream.
Yeah. Have the
That's
stream
okay,
pulled
I'm
up.
on stream.
But we are right now, for chat, we're in the network node, which is the bottom right building. There's also the comms array that's nearby and the crew facility. And I can't remember for the life of me if we saw any heat signatures in the other two places.
I will give you this. There were enough robots enough biodroids that all of the heat signatures are accounted for with just these guys.
Which is the robots.
Mm-hmm. With just the robots and Selka. I will say the truck that's depicted on that map, it's currently in front of the network node, just idling. It's sitting there. It's
that
just...
was the one that was gonna try to kill us.
And it's not an insubstantial truck. This thing's big
But it's
and
ours
beefy.
again. As
It's
long as
your-
we don't take it out of range of the signal.
Well, I mean, you could always run a
And
repair
maybe if
check
we
and see if you can yank out the automated systems. It's meant to be driven by people.
Hey, I'm
Yeah.
good at breaking things.
I'm good at fixing them. I'm like,
Okay, well, the two of you should be able to get us to drive that car then.
All right.
Okay, so
truck.
you're gonna try modifying the truck. Okay.
I guess. I mean, okay. First of all,
The
real
truck
quick,
seems great.
real quick. I guess we're moving outside right now.
Before we do that.
Oh, I was gonna say. Go ahead.
What are the chances of us being able to boost the signal strength on this system?
In theory, if you hooked it up to the main dish of the comms array, you could get through this interference no problem. However, for whatever reason, you weren't picking up the comms array,
Sick.
which is
So
in the
do we
same
need to go
compound,
check
which is
out the
really
comms
strange.
array?
You might.
We
Might
should go check
just.
out the comms array.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really want to go.
We
check
should
out
we
the
should send a
ghost.
message back up to the ship actually while we're here.
That's probably a good idea.
Can we do that from? Did we lose contact with the ship when we landed?
Yes. Pretty much as soon as you entered the atmosphere, you were not able to send anything to Endurance.
We should go see if we can figure out what's up with that comms array. Let's get control over this truck first.
Okay. As we walk outside, so Grant doesn't try to pull something. I'm gonna do a quick
Oh.
spot check to make sure none of the robots are moving.
Go ahead.
Oh no. Is that that's a 9 plus, oh boy.
I think it's +1 for you.
10, yeah.
They look pretty deactivated to you.
To me.
It's a nice day. Mid to late morning.
There's a truck.
There's a truck and a shuttle and a couple of other buildings.
Sick. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna go over to the truck then.
Okay. So
Hope I don't get run over.
go ahead. And Leaf, are you assisting?
What are we doing here?
I'm fixing the truck.
Well,
I think the idea is to take out the
I was going to
automated
say my
system.
plan was to just disable all of anything that would allow remote control or automation.
I was just gonna say I do the
'Cause it-
thing, you know?
Because as far as we know, it ain't broken.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's fair.
I was going to break it.
So I'm gonna
Hopefully,
say
usefully.
between the two of you, it's gonna be 2 checks. And Leaf, you actually remember seeing a portable laptop style computer in that control room. So if you
Oh,
wanted to, you could run
definite-
back and steal that really quick.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. While he's doing that,
Leaf hasn't been allowed to touch a computer in far too long.
a grand total of
Can you even
30
lift
minutes.
The computer?
Hmm?
Can you even lift the computer? It weighs a couple pounds. I mean,
It's worth it.
He's dragging it.
Just dragging this heavy duty laptop behind him. Okay, so what this is going to be, it's going to be a combined computer use check from Leaf and repair check from Kai.
Cool.
And it's going to handle 2 different things. The repair check is going to be physically removing elements of the automation system, especially the antennas required to communicate. So that's going to be what Kai's doing. And Leaf, you're going to be just plugging into this thing and turning off all the switches. So go ahead and roll those for me.
Well, to start it off, I got a 23.
Okay. Yeah, we're just going to do a full-on Star Wars here and just say you just reach under the hood, yank that piece out, and just throw it over your shoulder. It's done.
I just mind the telekinetic. No. I
You use the
removed-
force and it just falls out.
Yeah.
16.
Well, 16? Yeah, you do a fairly thorough job. You might have missed 1 or 2 things, but 1 or 2 things aren't going to cause you too much trouble.
Are you sure?
maybe.
Okay. Jesus.
So for all intents and purposes, you can drive this truck now. It'll let you in. You have full control. So who's going to get behind the driver's seat?
Which way you point?
So I just realized is that direction
Yeah.
on the actual stream. I was pointing at Vicky. I was pointing at Kai, but
Okay.
that got
Kai.
that got.
Are you going to climb into the driver's seat?
Does anyone else want to drive?
I'm assuming
Just
this
a
is
quick
Kai
question about this
speaking.
truck. This has like a bed, like a truck bed, right?
Yes, it's
Shouldn't
got a
it
truck
very
bed.
specifically be Eris?
Maybe.
You're the only one who can drive.
Fine.
Do you guys know that I can't drive? Or is it just assumed that I
Yeah,
can?
that was
because
the
You were
third
the
time we
pilot.
died.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, we've done a lot
yeah.
of those practice missions.
I'm willing to bet it came up in the practice missions where Kai just doesn't know how to drive
Give me
on
the
land.
keys.
I'm the pilot.
Give me the keys. What if you get in like the back of the truck? Kai,
I'll
get
go
in the back of the
yeah.
truck so you can, yeah.
Okay,
In case we encounter
DM.
something, you can shoot at them.
Question for the DM: does this thing have keys?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Let's say they were in the ignition when you found it.
I pulled them
Somehow,
out of the
for some
ignition
reason.
and then threw them just to be stupid about it.
But they do actually use keys.
Let's just say these two away teams were nostalgic.
Kyle's gonna use that to his advantage later, and you know what? I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I
So
can-
you've
Yeah,
got the truck under your control.
Gonna hop into the truck. Is everyone in? Everyone here?
I'm assuming Leaf's in the passenger
Leaf?
seat. I'm in the back.
Yep.
Okay.
Everyone
you-
ready to go?
Were you going to stop by the comms array before you leave the compound?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yes.
drive the short distance to the comms array. Everyone okay with
Sit
that?
Like 5 feet.
What is the actual distance?
It's about 20 meters. It's not much.
Yeah, we want to have the truck
Yeah.
there in case we need to get away in a hurry.
That's fair.
Okay,
So-
you pull up next to the comms array, and the first thing you notice about the comms array is it's up on stilts. This thing is up on a bunch of pillars that keep it well above the rest of the compound, and it's essentially a box with a dish on top of that and a scaffolding leading up to it.
Okay. Is there supposed to be a cable connecting it to the?
In theory, that would be the best way to do it. You'd have to climb out and probably do just a general repair check on the building to see if that's there.
I can do a repair check from the truck bed. I'm hanging out in the outside world.
Go ahead and roll it.
I keep rolling
How high up is
16s
it?
with this bad boy. So that means 23.
At 23. Let me
Yeah. I
turn
know
to that page.
Repair things good.
Alrighty. So, from where you're at, it looks like all of the cables are in place. Nothing cut them, nothing destroyed them. So from a physical standpoint, driving around in the back of a truck, it looks like it's okay.
Slam on the hood in the truck. It looks like it's okay.
I'm out here with you.
No, you're not. You're still in the
Oh
truck.
my-
I thought you were in the truck.
I thought I was in the bed with you.
No,
okay.
I'm in the bed of the truck. I'm hanging out.
I guess
you
I'm in the
have
cab.
2 hit points. You're in the truck.
Leaf says, "Oh, right," and
We
just
go-
pulls a needle out of his bag and just slams it into his leg.
Yes, and a little EpiPen.
Okay, go ahead and roll a d8 plus 1, please. Or unless you're using one of the better stim packs. I'm assuming you're using class 1.
Yeah, I'm using a class
Can't
one
repair more
stim-
than 3, so
So odds are you're gonna be just fine.
don't roll a 1.
That's a 6.
Great.
You're feeling great. In fact, if anything, I almost want to make that a rule. If you overheal with these things, you get temporary hit points. You can have 3 temporary hit points.
Hell yeah.
It lasts for the next hour.
What a benevolent GM.
For the next hour. Okay.
Yes. However, I want you to keep track of how many of these things you have used because they become less effective the more you use them.
The stim packs.
Yes. You have to go through essentially the equivalent of a long rest for that effect to wear off and your body to fully metabolize the stuff. Because technically it is a drug and it you will reach a saturation point, at which point your body
Drugs
will.
are bad, people.
Mhm. This is just a slightly beneficial one that helps you not die.
I've been playing. This is a off topic, but I've been playing Outer Worlds, which kind of has a similar premise to what we do here. And you can get an affect if you use the like stim pack health thing too much. You just become a drug addict, and then a bunch of your your stat points go down.
Mhm.
I do have that because I do panic and have to heal a lot.
Jamie Summers says, "My only hope of winning this prediction was Leaf and his 4 hit points."
Oh,
I have
Don't
5.
worry.
Excuse you.
I mean, would you say don't worry? What?
I was going to say, don't worry. There are going to be plenty of opportunities
Right.
for that to come true.
Well, we only have about 35 more minutes.
So let's
Oh,
keep
no.
going.
Yeah, we
let's
gotta
go.
keep
Let's go
going.
take a look
Okay.
at this.
We'll,
Okay, so
we'll see where you end up.
We need to speed
you
run
said-
killing Leaf.
You said the thing was plugged in, yeah?
Yeah, it's plugged in. It
Yeah.
looks like all of the cables are running where they need to run.
How high up is the thing?
It's a good 10 meters up there. It's well above the rest of the facility.
How tall is this truck?
Not 10 meters.
How tall is the truck?
2.5.
It's a horse.
You might have to climb the stairs.
There are stairs.
That's no fun.
Yeah.
I was gonna have Eris throw me, but okay.
Very incredible.
Okay.
But fine, if the voice of God is telling me to use the stairs.
I'm not the voice of God. I'm Q. Excuse you.
Please have Eris throw you. How hard would that be? How hard would that be to throw
This is so dumb.
Leaf
What's your strength?
7.5 meters into the air? I think my strength was kind of high.
Assuming that I like jump as he throws me.
It was only like 12. What if Kai helps? What if the two of us do it?
Kai's not helping. Kai thinks this is dumb.
You would have to roll, I think, close to a 30 to do that.
I've got a D30.
Yeah, that's all it takes to roll 30, right? Just roll the right.
Roll the right die.
Uh-huh. Not quite.
Fine, I'll
Fine.
take the stairs.
Good luck.
Do we want
Yeah.
to? Okay.
Yeah, it would be great if we had actual comms. Weave's gonna try and climb the structure, I guess. There's stairs, you said, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, Leaf's gonna walk up the stairs.
Like a normal person for once.
Feeling
Okay.
kind of stupid as he does it.
I'll have the engine on if you need a quick getaway, but just jump into the car. Jump into the truck if you need to run.
I'm just gonna keep watch while this happens.
Okay.
Cause
Yeah,
I'm
you're
like,
on your own, Leaf.
I'm standing up in the middle of the truck. I'm gonna stop making a dice tower. Is what I'm gonna do.
Okay. So, first, Leaf, you find yourself in the control room of the comms tower. It's a fairly bare bones room. It's got windows that look 360 degrees all around you, and it's got a couple of tables, some desks where an operator would do their thing, and there's also a table smack dab in the middle where it looks like they were having meetings. So that is words suddenly. That's where you find yourself. The consoles look like they have power. They're running. What do you do?
I'm just gonna go check and see if the consoles are connected to anything.
They are. They're connected to the system, the main communication system. Are you going to
But
try
not
and?
to the network hub?
It looks like there's a connection to the network. However, when you
network
try
didn't see
probing
that.
I'm going to have you make a computer use check.
Non-net. Wait, no, that's 22.
Well, whatever it is that's on the other side of this rolled a nat 20. So as soon as you try accessing the system, it is slammed shut. The control panel's just shut off.
Cool. Leaf's going to yank the plug out of the wall
Okay, you unplug the communication system entirely from the wall, or at
Right,
least the,
'cause
the computer side of it.
this is just the comms that go up to the spaceship, right? 'Cause
Correct.
The network hub had its own things for local stuff.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Just double checking that. Yeah.
Before it shut down, it was not transmitting anything. It was completely dead.
Right.
I will give you that.
Leaf's going to he's gonna right. Leaf's gonna plug the portable computer directly into just the uplink for the ship communication thing, and very carefully not plug it into the local network of any kind.
Okay.
It's directional antenna, yes?
Yes, it is a directional antenna. And it looks like, I mean, from a surface point of view, it looks like everything's running fairly well. What do you try doing?
You gonna send a message?
Leaf's gonna send an SOS and then immediately yank the plug out of the plug to disconnect.
You're not gonna
Okay.
say anything else?
Nope.
Okay, so before you yank the plug, you notice that it accepts the SOS message. However, the amount of power that this thing is able to draw is negligible. It's not getting the power required to send that message. So whatever you were trying to send, presumably it just got lost in whatever is jamming everything on this planet.
Good to know.
So it looks like Scotty, we need more power.
Exactly. See,
Right.
Leaf just really doesn't want to go to the power plant at this point,
Why?
because that's where people died.
Yeah, but like we saved one person. Kai is like
true.
checking her watch. Like, let's move.
Kai.
I would love to save some people. While
Kai.
Kai is checking her watch while also keeping very close watch on everything
Make-
around.
Make a spot check for me, please.
Okay. That's the wrong die. Oh, she's a nat 20. I can see everything.
Yes. Your suddenly elf eyes see everything, and
What do your L5 see?
yes, you're able to see in pretty high detail everything around you, and it's quiet. You do, however, notice there seems to be some kind of debris over by the river, which is only a few hundred meters away. You can't make out exactly what it is because it is far enough away where you can't resolve that very well. But there's debris over there.
Okay. Hey, Eris.
Yeah.
There's debris over by the river.
I'm gonna just get back. I'm gonna go get back in the truck.
Can I tell
Yeah.
if it looks human-sized?
I mean,
It's-
should we go check it
It's
out?
bigger.
Or is it bigger?
Yeah, it's bigger. It looks metallic.
Is it on? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna pull up the map for everybody, okay? Because
Excellent.
Vicky needs the map. That's not the right one. There we go. Okay. It's over by the river, which is over.
Mhm.
I see. Okay, which is before the power plant.
Just before, yes.
Great. We're going that way anyway. Okay. Let's. Okay. So Kai's gonna be like. All right, when Leaf gets back, on our way over to the power plant, there's something over by the river. I think we should check it out. It looks, I don't know, out of place. Can you
Yeah,
see
I
it?
All right.
I can't really see it, but I believe you.
Thank you.
Leaf's
Let's,
going to turn on his inertial armor now.
Leaf just gets a bad feeling.
Yeah, so all of a sudden there's just this shimmering sheen of like hardened air just around Leaf right now.
How does that work? Like can it stay on forever?
No, it stays on for a couple hours though.
It's helpful, you know?
Yeah,
I'll
sounds
take
like
it.
you should just keep that on all the time.
Yeah, you'd think.
It's really useful if your character's the equivalent of a pincushion.
Okay, I think from the truck, Kai's gonna be like, "Hey, Leaf, let's go."
All right. So everyone gets back in the truck, and you make the essentially very short drive to the river. And as you're leaving the outpost, you notice the gates weren't just left open. It looks like something rammed into them and pushed them open.
Sick.
So yeah, there might not be any closing them anytime soon.
When we
Yes.
fixed the truck, did it look like the truck was the thing that rammed through the gate?
The truck looks like it's in pristine condition.
Okay, cool.
Maybe a
There were
little.
three of those.
Yeah.
There were 3 of them, and there were 3 much bigger things that you remember as
Oh,
well.
yeah. Okay.
Things that make this truck look like a Hot Wheel toy.
Oh,
Um,
so we had 3 personal scale trucks and a bulldozer / mining vehicle, which has a mining laser.
Cool.
Yep. Okay. So
And 2 heavy dump trucks. Actually,
Yes.
are we in a personal truck or a dump truck?
you're in one of the personal trucks.
Okay.
You would know this. Those are industrial size dump trucks. We're talking the things that you see in open pit mines.
I'm
Gotcha.
In
not
the real
rolling
world.
in the bed of a dump truck. Like, Kai doesn't care that much, but she's not about to throw herself in the back of a dump truck. But okay.
Okay. So you approach the river, and as you hear it long before you see it. And when you do arrive, you see scattered robotic parts and limbs, as well as the wrecked remains of some kind of vehicle. It looks like there was a fight here.
Michael's little.
Happened.
Is
Everyone roll a spot check for me.
it? Yeah, I would like to know more about this.
Also, that was my character saying that to everyone.
8. Suddenly,
What's
Kai
the-
can't see very well.
18.
What did Leaf get? There's some very pretty fish in the river that Leaf just gets fascinated by and is just staring at them for a little while. Eris, what you notice is that let's see here. Oh, what you notice is that the remains of the vehicle does not match anything that the ship was supposed to have on it when it landed. Whatever this is, the away team built it themselves. And if you want, you can walk over to it and do a repair check and just get a little more information on it. Another option is, if you want, you can try searching the wreckage of robot bits and pieces and vehicle and see if there's anything hidden there. Right now, it's just a jumble of parts.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over and see if I find anything useful in the debris. So gonna turn off the truck, take the keys with me, and go try and see if I see anything useful.
Okay. Are you going to be doing the search check on the area?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Go ahead and
That's
roll
what I'll
that for
do.
me.
Leaf's too busy trying to pick the lock on the
15.
truck.
Okay, so with a 15, let's see here. You do find a couple of components from a Mark 1 spacesuit in and amongst the robot bits.
Uh-oh.
You also find an away team field jacket.
Oh no!
Both have seen better days. They're beaten up, the jacket's a little bit torn. However, no bodies.
Oh.
Is there a name or anything on the jacket?
The name is, hang on, let me look them up. Oh dear, my notes are a mess right now. The name is Chris Magzim.
Chris. He's the beta scout, isn't he?
Yeah. Beta Team Scout. Essentially, Eris's equivalent.
I'm gonna return to the truck and tell Kai and Leaf what I found.
Okay.
Kai says. He's the beta team scout, isn't he?
Yeah.
Not Chris.
Oh no, not Chris.
Wait,
Okay.
So Chris is the beta team scout?
But no,
Yes.
but no bodies. So that's good, right? That's good.
No bodies. I mean, you guys can check Eris's search check if you want to.
I think he would notice a body if he got an 18. What'd you get? 18, right?
Yeah.
A small suit with the name Michael.
Oh,
How could you do that?
oh, that's just sad.
Oh.
Leaf's gonna glance out the window of the truck and just like look to see if he can see anything from here.
But does not want to get out.
Roll an at 20 and maybe.
See what
I'm
the
trying to
elf
just.
eyes.
Okay, roll a spot check, I guess. 'Cause you're not actively searching.
That's an 8 plus something. Where is spot checks? That's under skills, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is that, like 1 or 2?
If it's untrained, it's just going to be your wisdom modifier.
Yeah, that's 11.
You see a bunch of robot bits and a broken vehicle.
Okay.
And some pretty fish in the stream.
Loot the bodies.
There's no bodies. And also, Jesus, they're our coworkers.
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of beta team. Did you ever really like them?
Well, no, but like,
I mean, Sam and I got along just fine.
we're not alpha. They're not alpha team.
Oh, no, we have to go tell Celica this.
Technically, Sam is Delta.
Yeah. Well,
And-
we don't know if they're.
Wait,
we don't.
Sam
we
is
don't-
Delta, but I thought Selka said that Sam was.
Sam
No,
was.
Celica said Sam was Delta.
It's a delta and beta mix.
Their team.
Yeah.
But we don't know that they're dead. It's fine. Come on, we should go to the power plant. That's where Selka said
Yeah.
that they might be. So if there are only
Back to
jackets here,
driving.
let's go.
All right. This will require a drive check.
Okay. Yeah.
Here we
because
go.
because you are going through a ford in a stream, and while it's crossable, it's difficult terrain.
Selka is beta,
21.
right?
Okay.
I have 4 points of drive, so.
You managed to navigate it without knocking anyone out of the vehicle.
Just
So
holding
good
on
job.
in the back.
Yeah, Kai's probably just holding on for her dear life, but it's just fine.
Eric's trying- You're right.
Yes, Eris does. So you end up at the power plant. Do you go just straight in, or are you? What's your approach to this? It does have a
Gonna
small
look
perimeter
around
wall.
first.
Okay.
Spot
Well-
check.
Okay, go ahead and roll spot checks.
Yeah.
This bitch ain't seeing nothing.
16.
So we've got a 16 for Eris. Was that a 1 for Kai? Okay.
That's our second critical fail today.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Looks
And
like maybe the third.
Third.
Third, great.
Oh, okay, so two,
Fourth,
1.
actually, no.
Oh no.
Because you got one too, right?
Yeah, I got one.
Okay, so Leaf
I
and
think
Kai
we've
are
had
just
4 crit
temporarily
fails today.
blinded. I don't know.
I guess maybe Kai's thinking about how she's been asleep for 200 years again and is just hyperventilating in the back of the truck again.
Honestly, this is pretty. Yeah, that's yeah. Mhm.
And Leaf just sees pretty rocks on the ground now, that are just very interesting from a geological standpoint. Now,
I mean, that
Eris.
fits.
So Eris, what you see, this has a perimeter wall around it, just like the outpost. Only the back of the facility is up against essentially the mesa wall that leads into the canyon. The building itself is very obviously a repurposed power generator from a ship. It's just a big ball mounted on top of a square support system, with what look like large cable tubes going down to the ground and then leading toward the rest of the outpost. Aside from that, as you come around the corner to where you can see the gate to the facility, you do see the other 2 trucks, the other 2 personal scale trucks, just sitting there in front of the building, doing nothing at the moment. And
Okay.
in fact, I need to do a thingy.
Oh no.
Okay.
I'm gonna drive up to the building
I have a question,
and park.
Grant.
Yes.
I don't know if this is a thing that Kai can do, or any of us can do. Can I just take a little? I don't know what you would call it, a mental health check, maybe. Just see how I'm doing with myself as far as I feel normal, right? Minus, you know,
Sure.
a few hit points. I don't know what that
Sure.
would be.
So you're asking if
Well, I'm
you're aware of
remembering-
any kind of effects on you, or
I'm just remembering that Selka said that they were having issues with like some computing stuff, and then
Selka was having issues with fine and advanced computations in their neural net. So whenever they tried to do something involving physics or high level math, I mean, you guys would know enough about Selka to know that they are a pilot. They are their team's pilot,
like me.
and this is the sort of stuff that Selka would know how to do.
Yeah.
And they
She
were
has
having
augmentations. Or
Yeah,
have
they were
augmentations.
having trouble making those kind of calculations for some reason. But Selka's a biodroid.
Okay.
So presumably it might have something to do with the fact that they have cybernetics that allow them to do these things.
Okay.
You currently, aside from maybe a little bit of homesickness and a little bit of existential terror that it's been 200 years since you were last awake,
Mm-hmm. I'm fine.
you're feeling just fine.
Okay.
Hey,
Except,
Eris, how are you
except for
doing?
that.
It's a good question. How am I doing?
Eris
Make a
just
will
saw a
save.
bunch of. Oh no!
What's that?
It's going to be on your front page. It's going to be the third of the save options.
Okay.
Also, I like Fast and the Furious Interstellar Drift. That's fun.
we should nickname that
18.
18.
Uh-huh.
You feel fine.
Side question for you. Power save DC. How was that calculated?
Oh, power save DC for your powers, right? It's going to be 10 plus your level plus your wisdom modifier.
Thank you.
Or was it wisdom or did I make it intelligence? I run psionics differently than standard D&D,
It's
so I might have
intelligence
confused
based
things.
on the way that it was.
It is intelligence, okay, because I run psionics where it's intelligence based rather than wisdom figuring into that. So that's, I just wanted to make sure about that. Okay, so Eris, you feel just fine. You park the car, but before you get a chance to actually shift it into park, make a reflex save for me.
Oh, my reflex is 7. I got 10
That's not that good.
miraculously because I rolled a 3.
Well, that ain't enough.
Do the rest of
You-
us have to do reflex saves too? Then
Actually, Kai, you're the only one who has to because you're the only one not in the cab.
that's fair.
So Kai, make a reflex save for me, please.
Okay. Oh no. Oh, okay, make that 5 critical fails. I am just
Okay.
gonna be thrown out of the truck. I'm assuming. I'm
So,
like, you're doing great,
here's-
Eris.
Here's what happens. Out of nowhere, as you're pulling into park, one of the other trucks revs up and charges into the side of your truck. Your truck takes 9 points of damage, and Kai, you are knocked out of the back of that truck and land prone. You take
Oh boy.
5 points of damage from the fall.
Oh, okay.
You
and
are
I did not
you are
heal.
currently prone, and you will have to use your move action to stand up in your next turn.
That's fair. That's fair.
And yeah, the one of those trucks is T-boned into the side of yours. The other one seems to be backing up and getting ready to come at you too. So, roll initiative, everyone.
Okay. While we roll initiative, Kai's gonna be like, Leaf, what happened? I thought you killed them.
We're out of range.
Got 6.
This is a bad die, apparently, because I got another 1. What happens
Now
if
I
you
get a nat 20.
critically fail? Nice. What happens if you get a critical fail or a critical success on an initiative? Does it matter?
It means you go first or last.
Okay.
So, Leaf, you said you got a nat 20. So, Leaf is first. Kai is last.
Ah.
Let me find out what the trucks do. Okay. Leaf, what you gonna do? You're at the top of the order.
Where are the trucks relative to me right now?
One is right next to you, and the other is about 30 meters away.
Do I have any chance of getting inside that truck?
Uh, let me think about it based on the actions you've got.
My dude.
Well, because you have a better image of where we are.
But
Yeah, well, literally,
Relationally.
one of those trucks has plowed into the side of yours. You could probably get into it this turn if you move quick enough, and I think you could. I think you could.
You have
I'm
a-
gonna try.
I don't think you're going to be able to
5.
belt yourself in, so this thing could just, bucking bronco you.
That's okay.
You have 5 hit points.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna use
To
them
give
well.
the viewers what they want, which is a death. So
That's true.
Not a death, just a knockout.
Jamie,
Jamie
is
Summers-
very
yes,
excited.
leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
I love how the chat is always egging us on. Let's do
I am
this.
swinging out that door and just like, yeah, I'm gonna swing out that door and like push off with my. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, like that extra little bit of like leg reach that I get because of my inertial armor, that like half an inch or whatever, just really springing off and just try and get inside that other one.
Okay. I'm going to say that uses your move and one of your standard actions. You have one more action. You can use it to belt yourself in, or you can use it to connect your computer.
Or can I use it to just yank the keys out of the ignition?
That might work. This thing's automated though, so it's driving itself. It might not care about keys. But actually, I'd say keys are a free action. That's an easy thing to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna yank the keys out first just in case.
The beta testing bone density leap. Yes. Okay, you yank the keys. You've got keys now.
Great.
And that's a weapon.
Yeah, your unarmed strikes are no longer non-lethal. They are lethal.
Is that it?
I mean, he's got an action.
I
He
have
can
an
do
action.
something.
Give me just a moment.
I'm gonna make it at the dice tower.
Nikki, roll a d20.
Roll a d. Me?
Yeah.
Why?
Just
I'm
for fun
wondering
while we
how
wait for it.
sophisticated our robot repair patches are.
They're enough to repair damage. But if you're talking about, restructuring its AI, that's not going to happen. That's not what these do.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna plug in the computer.
Okay, you plug in your computer and start accessing the system. Okay, then
None of
next.
us think before we do anything, huh? It's pretty canonical.
I mean, Leaf thinks before he does things. He just has
threw
questionable
yourself
judgment.
into a truck that is attacking us.
Yeah, he thought about it first.
Mhm. So next up, it's the trucks. The truck that rammed you is going to back up and get ready to ram you again.
But
It's
Leaf's
not
in
moving.
there.
Yeah, Leaf is in there. It's not trying anything too crazy yet, so I'm not going to make you make a reflex save this turn. However, the other truck scoots around the first one, and it's not quite to you yet, Kai, but it's coming for you.
Oh, I'm just gonna get run over. Okay, this is gonna be really fun.
I mean,
Gonna
well,
be a human speed bump.
it's Eris's turn next.
I pull Kai back in the truck.
Oh, she's a distance from you. You could probably try using your truck as a shield.
Yeah, I thought about that. Didn't like it.
Okay. Because if you miss, you'll just run me over yourself.
Okay, that's fair. So,
Jamie Summers, thank
there's
you.
got to be something I can
That's
do
fair.
that's better than my current options.
You could try an EMP grenade again. It might work better this time.
Well, that's true. How close are the two other trucks to each other?
They're not close enough for you to catch them both.
Good.
You
Don't
can
fry my
go
computer.
You can go for one or the other.
Please go for
Okay,
the
yeah, I'll
ones.
throw an EMP grenade. The one that Leaf is not in.
The one that's aiming to make a pancake out of Kai. Okay.
Yeah.
Make an
No.
attack roll for me, please.
Okay. With the but this is I have to add the attack of the weapon though, right?
Did we stat out?
I don't think we
EMP?
did. That's why I was
It's-
asking.
Yeah, it's going to be your dexterity plus your attack modifier. So I want to say like 7 or so, something like that. Let me pull that up really quick.
Dexterity plus attack modifier?
Mm-hmm.
Correct. So that's a plus
Like-
3 in this case.
So just +3, not the +6 for
Or,
attack
sorry,
and
plus-
dexterity?
Plus 6.
Okay,
I'm
24.
math good. 24. Okay, you drop this thing right in front of where this truck is going to go.
I just needed a practice on my first one.
It tries to save, but these things are not nimble at all. So it catches the full brunt of this attack. So roll 5d6 for me.
Okay. Just add them all up.
Yes, please.
You can tell us what they are.
Hey, Michael,
Okay.
do you need more dice?
15.
He only has
I have
set.
1d6. What did I say I was at?
15?
15.
Okay, 16 then. Thank God I said that 15. I completely forgot. 16. I only
16.
have one set. I am ordering a second set though because they look really cool.
You
So
also
I'll at some
ordered?
point have more. I also ordered a mic, which I got but didn't have time to like
Set up.
and get all working. So
That's fair.
I do also have a better mic now. Separate question about that. Do I need to get one of the like shield that like
We
what
can talk
Kyle
about
has
that
right there?
later.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
well-
just wondering.
Not for the mic that he bought.
We'll fill you in. So
16.
it takes 16 points of damage. I'm gonna write a minus 16 on that. And it is currently stunned. So Kai, this thing just kind of careens toward you and then veers off to the side and just skids to a halt
Hell yeah!
right next to the perimeter wall.
Sorry, Jamie Summers.
Eris, are you going to be doing anything else?
No.
Okay. You're not going to drive the truck. You're not going to make any other checks. Okay, cool. Kai, it's your turn.
And sit. That's what he did. Okay. I get up. Yeah, that you said that's all I'm allowed to do, right?
That's your move action. You still have your standard actions that you can take.
Oh, okay. Where am I in relation to the building? How far?
You're if you all out sprinted, you could get to the building. But that would take, I mean, that would require a move action to do.
Oh, and I can't move again, right?
Correct.
That's dumb. Okay.
I mean,
it's okay. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do instead? So the truck that veered away from me, it's still like working though, right?
it is. It just seems to be malfunctioning.
Okay. I think what I'm gonna
I mean,
do.
beyond malfunctioning and trying to murder you, of course.
Yeah, you know. I think what I'm gonna do then is I am going to take out my laser pistol and shoot one of the tires. One of the front
Oh.
tires.
Okay.
Because
Go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
if it can't move, then probably can't hit me. I don't know.
Well, it'll have a harder time hitting you.
Yeah, exactly. That is 13 plus my attack, which is 19.
You hit. Go ahead and roll damage for that.
Cool.
That was actually a much. These things have a very low, a comically low armor class because of their size and just how slow they are. But individual parts on them have much higher armor class. So
Tires.
good hit.
Maybe. Okay, for my 2d8s, that is 11, and then 1 for stun. I don't know if the stun even matters, so we'll go with 11, because you can't really stun a tire.
Yeah, no, it doesn't really work that well. I'm gonna say you blast the tire. It's completely
The tire
deflated.
is surprised.
The tire
The tire's
screams in
been
fright and then dies. So yes, it is down 1 tire, which means it's going to be harder for it to move next turn.
Cool.
All right. Back at the top of the order, Leaf. What are you gonna do?
Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is try and take over this truck. Actually,
Okay.
Yeah, the first thing I'm going to do is try and take over this truck. I thought about
Alrighty.
strapping myself in and then decided not to.
Okay. Go ahead and roll computer use for me.
$22.
Okay. You detect a serious amount of resistance as this thing tries to fight back. But I'm going to say you don't quite take it over, but you have disabled it for a moment. Meaning it's not going to, it can't take its turn.
Great. I would also then just checking a range thing. How far am I from the other truck?
From the other truck, I'm going to say you're a good distance. You're probably,
In meters, please.
I'm gonna say you're probably about 40 meters, give or take a meter or two here and there.
Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't help then. I was gonna just melt its computer. But that's not gonna happen here. So instead, I'm going to belt myself in.
Okay, so you belt yourself in with your other action. Good, safety first, or safety second in this case.
Cross against the light.
Next up, this car is going to try and recover and fails miserably. Not critical, though, sadly. And then the other one is also going to try and force itself to recover and also fails miserably. So
Damn
nothing
AI.
from the trucks this time.
Hell yeah.
Eris, you're up next.
Looks so confused.
I don't know what to do.
That's fair.
It is.
So there's a building nearby, right? We're at the whatever it's called.
Power.
Yeah, you're at the power plant.
The power plant. Sorry, I cannot remember the building we were at. And I'm parked at it, right?
Currently, yes. Not exactly parked where you want it to be. You're maybe a few centimeters over from the
I'm going to jump
impact.
out of the car and try and enter the power plant.
Okay, you jump out of the car and get into the power plant. First thing you notice is that this is very much a maintenance sort of area. There are pipes and cabling running everywhere. And amidst the hum of the power plant itself, you are hearing a lot of banging and scraping coming from the far end of the building.
Can I go back to the car?
You've used your move. You've used your move action, unfortunately.
Okay.
You could try hiding.
Sure. I'll try hiding.
It should be mentioned, the party is about as split as it can be right now. Each one of you is in a separate place.
I'm
That's
painfully aware of that fact.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna try and hide.
Okay, roll a hide check for me.
I'm pretty sure my hide is very high.
And Jamie, yes, I was not expecting that to go as well as it did.
24.
24. Okay, you're hidden.
Okay,
All right.
bye, Eris.
Just a quick note, Vicky's move here as Kai will probably have to be the end of the stream for today, so make it a good one.
Do you have to leave exactly at 4? You were late.
I know I was late.
Okay. Let's finish this round, at least.
Well,
Yeah, that's why I said you're the last one on the round. That's why I said.
I guess so, yeah. I did critically fail my initiative, huh?
so what you gonna do, Kai?
Okay, can I make can I do a sort of like, I don't know what this would be, like a repair check or something, or like a knowledge check, I don't know, about like where I could shoot this thing, where it could possibly like disable it, because I am a gearhead. I know a lot about vehicles.
Yeah,
Like, as far as like, if there's a place I can hit it where like it would hit, I don't know if the gas tank is a good idea, but like the computer maybe.
I'm gonna say, because you've already been inside one of these things and all three of them are identical, I'd give you an advantage on an attack roll to hit this thing.
Okay, cool.
Just because it means you have a better idea of where to shoot, but it might not affect your damage quite the same.
Okay. So that is a 13 plus my attack is 6. I'm gonna roll again. That is a 12 plus my attack is 18.
So yeah, that's definitely a hit. Go ahead and roll damage, and you will roll stun on this one.
Okay, cool.
You will roll the additional stun damage.
8 regular and 5 stun.
8 regular, 5 stun. Okay. You are seeing a lot of smoke pouring out from underneath the hood of this thing. However, it does not get stunned. In fact, you're pretty sure next round, it'll be able to move.
Sick. Yay!
However, you still have your move action if you want to try and find some cover.
Oh yeah, I'd love to do that. A question, is the power station like raised at all? Are there stairs up to it?
Some small stairs, yes. It's maybe a meter.
Well, we've established that's a little bit over a third the height of the truck.
Is that high enough? I don't know.
It could probably get up there. These things are meant to be all-terrain vehicles.
These things.
There are stairs. It could ramp the stairs.
Yeah. I guess I'll go over by the.
Worth it.
I'll go over there. I won't go inside.
I will
go
say,
over there.
with your movement, you could. I mean, it depends. Are you going to run, or because if you're just walking, you could end up at the truck you were in, and maybe take cover inside of that.
It didn't go very well for me last time being in the truck.
So
Well,
you were in the bed.
You were in the bed of the truck, and being hit by another truck would send you flying.
Well,
In this
yeah,
case, if you get inside, you've got armor around you, essentially.
Yes.
We can play chicken with the third truck.
Okay.
Or you can play chicken with the third truck.
Sure. You know what? Yeah, actually, Eris just left the other truck. I'm going to get into the driver's seat. I can't drive, but I'm going to get
Better
into the
than I
driver's
can,
seat.
and look what I'm doing.
Oh, no.
You-
actually,
You're not
works.
trained in how to drive, but you could always roll and find out.
Yeah.
I can ride animals. That's close.
Michael,
What is a truck but horse motorized?
Hey, this one's misbehaving, and it's got an AI. That's pretty close.
Yeah.
And with that, I guess we're done for this session. We'll pick up in the middle of combat.
Oh my gosh.
Woo!
So, as a brief recap of everything that's going on,
Oh dear.
I am inside the power station hidden from something terrifying.
Mhm.
Kai is inside the truck waiting to be rammed most likely by one of
Yeah.
these other trucks.
Uh-huh.
And Leaf jumped in one of the crazy trucks and is doing his level best to deal with it from the inside.
Yes. I really wanted to finish
Fun.
combat, but I guess we are at the hour, so we're past the hour. But thank you all so much for joining us today. Thank you, Grant, for DMing. Thank you, Kyle and Michael, for playing. And thank you all for watching and hanging out and having a good time. So sorry that, Jamie Summers and one other person who I don't think I can see who makes the predictions. But there were 2 people who said yes and 1 person who said no. And it looks like no, we actually all survived for now. So, yes, I'm sure that no is the correct prediction. I didn't die today.
Where's the
but,
dungeons? Where's the dragons?
We are just wrapping up right now, Leafy Greens on Rice. I don't know if you just arrived, but we just finished for today. But we will be back next Friday. Also, if you guys are new here, please follow so you know when we're going to go live next. We do 3 different streams every week. On Mondays, I play Outer Wilds. On Wednesdays, me and Michael talk about astronomy stuff, either astronomy news or we do a focused topic on something in astronomy. And on Fridays, we play D&D in space. Also, if you missed the first episode of this or today's episode, if you got here late and you want to catch up, we have them archived. They get automatically archived on Twitch for 2 weeks and then they go to we're putting them on our Active Galactic channel, which is also linked down below in the description. About page. Description is on YouTube. Whatever. So those will be on there forever if you ever want to catch up, if you miss streams and stuff like that. I think that's everything. If you're interested, you can subscribe. We are Twitch affiliates. So if that's of interest, that's always helpful. But also following, if you're new here, is super cool. And tell your friends if they're interested in this kind of super nerdy stuff, you know? Anybody else have anything to say?
I can't believe I'm not dead.
Yeah, that's astonishing.
I'm shocked.
Oh, don't worry. I can make it happen.
Oh, Jesus.
And
I
will.
think it'll
for sure.
happen just fine on its own.
Just let the dice decide. Thanks
Maybe
everyone
I'll
for
just
hanging
stay
out.
hidden for the rest of the game.
There you go.
That could
Alright.
work too.
We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye everyone.